Hello and welcome back to the course on Power BI. In today's tutorial, we're starting a brand new section and we're talking about maps, scatter plots, and interactive BI reports. It's going to be an exciting couple of tutorials, so let's get straight to it. As usual, we're going to need a browser and we're going to need to go to www.superdatascience.com/PowerBI. And if you scroll down here to section 4, maps and scatter plots, you'll see the dataset, so just go ahead and download that. And in the meantime, the comment says the attached Excel file has 2 tabs. You will need to join the 2 tables in Power BI. Interesting, so we're going to learn a new technique as well about joining datasets. All right, so the file has been downloaded, and let's go ahead and open it up in Excel. There we go. So here we've got our first tab, and it's got order ID, order date, the customer name, so the person who placed the order, the city, country, region where the order was placed, the segment, what kind of segment in our company does that has that order being placed within, the shipping date, the shipping mode, the state of the country in which the order was placed. And so then we've got the longitude and the latitude of the city of that specific location. And then order breakdown. The order breakdown has the breakdown of those orders. So sometimes orders can include more than one item. So in this order, let's have a look. So we've got, let's have a look here. So we've got here an order that has 2 items. So the order ID is the same, but then there's 2 items within this order, and you can see the product name, the discount, the sales, the profit, the quantity, the office, the category, and the subcategory. So that's very interesting. Here we've got information about the order and where it went, who placed it, and so on, but then the actual sales and profit information is provided on an item level, and there might be multiple items per order. So that's what it meant. So that's what we mean when we say that we need to join the 2 tables. We need to actually combine these 2 tables. So if you look at this table, it has, if I go to the bottom by pressing Control down, it has 4,118 rows, or -1 with the header, and this table actually has 8,000 rows. So there are many more rows in the second table, and we're going to need to find a way to combine them. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's put this data into Power BI. I'm not going to save that. All right, so now I'm going to bring up Power BI, and here we're going to hit click get data. It is an Excel file, so let's go find it. There it is. And here, once it loads, you'll see that you have 2 options. These are the 2 tabs that we have, the list of orders and the order breakdown. Now you can select either one, which one you want to import, but in our case we want to import both, so we're going to select both, and we're going to click load. Let's give it a second to load. There we go. And now we've got 2 separate tabs, or 2 separate expandable menus here. But now what happened? Did they get connected somehow? How are they? How do these 2 data sources interact? Well, to see that, we need to go not to this tab, not to the data tab, because the data tab will tell you how they are presented, the structure of each one by one. But we need to go to this last tab, to the relationships tab. And here you will see the 2 data sources that we have and how they are connected. So this is the first one, the second one, and then if you click on this connection, if you just double click it, you'll see that we've got edit relationship here, and this is kind of like an advanced view of what's going on. It's many to one and cross filter, so we don't want to really get into this right now. What we want to do is actually want to just once you've selected the relationship, click Manage Relationships, and this is a much simpler approach. You can see right away how they're connected. So here we've got the connection specified. So the table on the left is order breakdown, and then the column that is being taken is order ID, and this table is being connected to this column also on the order ID column, and that is correct. So we know that the order ID is a shared column. And so you can, the way you can adjust this if you ever need to, you can auto detect, right? If you've updated the tables or changed something, and then it can pick up some relationships. You can create new relationships, right? So here you can select your table that you want the information to come from. So we're back at that menu again. So here you select the column that you want, then the second table, and then again the column that you want, and then the type of relationship. So one-to-many, one-to-one, or many-to-one. I know this is a bit of a complex. This might seem a bit complex, but these are basically left joins, inner joins, and right joins. So the one over here on the left would be a left join. This is an inner join, and this is a right join. I know these things don't make a lot of sense right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to just leave it as it is for now. So we're just going to leave this relationship as it is because it's been detected correctly. And then in the next 3 tutorials, you will find information on joins. So the information on the joins, I'm either going to include it as the next 3 tutorials, or they might be as somewhere else in the course or as bonus tutorials, but you'll see them. There'll be tutorials basically about understanding left, right, inner, and outer joins, a tutorial on joins with duplicate values, and a tutorial on joining on multiple fields. So after those 3 tutorials, you'll know everything about joins if you haven't studied them before. If you know joins already, then feel free to skip those tutorials. But if you'd like to refresh your knowledge or learn more about joins, then there'll be 3 very in-depth tutorials about joins that explain how all of these things work. But for now, all we need to know is that we've got this table with the order IDs, and it's been connected to this table with the information. So here we've got information on the orders. Here we've got information on the items within those orders. And then after you've checked out the joins, you can come and have a look at this information. And like I'll give you a heads up right now that this is a correct join. So the join has been done correctly. And why is that? Well, because we remember that in this table we have about 8,000 records. In this table we have 4,000. So here we do have duplicate values. So therefore the relationship should be many to one. So multiple records from here should be joined to records from here, and that is exactly what we need, because there can be duplicate records here. So basically rows from this table should be duplicated in order to match these. I know it's a bit complex right now, but after you've had a look at the joins tutorials, it will all make total sense. All right, so that is how our join is performed. And basically from here, we can proceed to working on our visualization. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you were able to follow along, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy analyzing.